Good morning, scrapbooking friends. This is Barbara from Scrapbooking with Barbara, and I wanted to share, as promised, the products that I got in yesterday. These are the products that were released in very late August, the September release, and I wanted to give you an up-close and personal, specifically with the It's Fall Y'all collection and a few other things. And then I'll be doing a separate video on the card and tag kit that was released for holiday. They're really beautiful, so watch for that video later today. So first off, what they have included in all of the orders this month is the information for finding a virtual or in-person event through the Creative Memories website. And so this is just a little postcard with a little bonus sketch that will give you the information for how to find an event if you are looking to scrapbook this fall. And CM lets the advisors post their events on their site, so you will find the virtual events that I have scheduled for this coming fall if you are to follow the information on here. So you get this free card, and of course you can just go on my website and find that information too. And the other thing that they were including in orders this month was a bonus product catalog, which I think was great. I'm still old school. I still really like to get things that are printed on paper. There are some sneak peeks here. There are a couple of collections that they've shown in here that will be released later on in mid-September. I'm sorry. And also in October, some more fall stuff, Halloween and Christmas things. So that was a nice bonus to have as part of the order. And before we sort of get into everything, I wanted to just highlight the fact that this beautiful limited edition album will be available as part of the Croptoberfest products, but it also goes so well with the Happy Fall or It's Fall Y'all collection. So the sunflower theme has really been carried forward. We have a lot of sunflower themed things in our Croptoberfest products this year, but the color and the gold embossing of the sunflowers will really work well with the newest collection. So we're going to put that aside. That is still available to order on the website. I also included the Croptoberfest 2021 journaling template, and it goes along with the two new dot tip pens that we have been releasing here and there. And there's a really neat brown one and purple one that will go really well with all of the products that you'll see in the It's Fall Y'all collection. So we've had, I don't know, we've had quite a few. We've had probably, this will make like 10 to 12 dot tip pens. And what's nice about these is you have this dot tip, which really gives you a nice bold look. And the longer you hold the dot tip on your paper or your refill pages, the wider the dot gets. So you have a lot of flexibility in terms of the size of the dots that you put on your papers as embellishments. And then you have this nice fine tip to do any journaling under your photos or journaling in a journaling box or on your pages. So it's really nice to have the two different tips as part of these pens. And like I said before, these will really go well with our fall collection. The journaling template features a sunflower, which again is definitely a theme for Croptoberfest this year, and some really beautiful vines, and here's a pumpkin. You can use these as journaling boxes or title boxes. These are great to add very simple but very effective embellishments on your pages using either your regular pens or your dot tip pens. So you can reuse this over and over. It's made out of a flexible mylar, so you just position the template on your page and then go to town with your felt tip pens. So that's the template. So now we're going to get into the It's Fall Y'all collection that came out at the end of August. And so I will be going through these for the first time with you. And again, I say this every time, the product information paper that is included in all of your designer paper packs is usable. It is photo safe. It's made the same way as our papers, so you can use this as a background paper You can cut this and use it for mats. And there are all kinds of fun ideas about cutting out the different squares and using these as embellishments for your fall pictures. So this is the designer paper pack, and you're going to get 12 sheets of 12 by 12 double-sided printed paper. And so the first two we have, it's a this is like almost a deep burgundy brown. It's not really one or the other, with a very, very small, subtle leaf print on it. And then on the back side, we have this great purple and burgundy plaid. So one of the things that I love about this collection, and those of you who know me know I love purple, so to have purple as part of the fall collection this year is just a really nice pop of color and makes me very, very happy. The next two sheets of the double-sided, we have navy, a very subtle navy on navy print here. And then on the back side of both, we end up with this really nice fall pattern. It has trees and different stages of colorful leaves. It has acorns. So this would be a great either background page or use it as an accent for a border. So two nice. I also like the addition of navy and the purple with the more traditional colors of the fall. So the next two, we have this, what do you want to call this? It reminds me of sort of maize, like corn. It's a very sort of muted yellow color. And because the pattern is so small and repetitive, I think you could use this as a background page pretty easily. On the back of both of them, we have this nice, another sort of checkered plaid pattern with we have beiges, and then we have the sort of brownish tones. So that would be a great accent border, or again, you could use that as a background page too. We have the next two. This is a very subtle brown on brown pattern, and this reminds me of one of our border maker punches pattern. And on the back side we have stripes. The stripes are in shades of green, purple, brown, navy, and the sort of gold color. So this particular pattern would pretty much go with any of the sheets that you choose to use for your layouts, as they all are. That's one of the great things about the collections. Everything pretty much goes with each other. So here we have a olive green on green pattern, very subtle, and then we have a little bit more bold, sort of a grapevine-y pattern on those. And then I believe these are the last two. We have a very pretty subtle, but sort of more a wood grain look here, which would be good, I think, again for a background sheet. And then the back is quite fun. It has pumpkins and gourds in the different featured colors of the designer paper pack. So those are what you will get if you order the 12 by 12 It's Fall Y'all designer paper pack. And to coordinate with that, we also have the Tone on Tone paper pack. And this particular paper pack, you won't see the bold designs as much. So we'll go through these. Again, this is the first time I'm seeing them too. So this is interesting. So you can use these pages as journaling boxes, which I always feel is such an important part of our scrapbooking, is telling our story. And sometimes with the more elaborate and fancy layouts, you don't see a whole lot of journaling. And I feel like I'm sort of sad about that, because I feel like the stories are what we oftentimes will go to as we're looking back on past albums that we've made. So here we have a purple dotted pattern, and then on the flip side we have these I guess you call them lined sheets, but very easy to cut into journaling boxes that would work in coordination with the layouts that you make with these papers. Here we have sort of a graph paper look. It is, I want to say, I don't think that's black. It might be more of a gray for the lines, and then it's on a beige background, and then this is, oh, maybe they're brown. Here we have the sort of brown on brown, tone on tone, again very subtle, but will work with all of the designer sheets. I bet the back of this is going to be, yeah, gold. So here we have a gold dotted print. I think of the tone on tones as being really good background papers because you can add to them and they're very subtle. And here we have, this is another graph paper, and we have a leaf design, brown on brown. And this is going to be olive, so an olive dot design with the coordinating journaling sheets. I'm sure we're going to see some really interesting things that the very creative advisors will start to post using these, I'm sure for journaling boxes, but also for other fun treatments on our pages. And then lastly, we have navy. So here we have a navy on navy leaf print, and then we have the navy on sort of a beige colored graph paper print. So those are the tone on tone papers that you will get when you order those. And again, they all coordinate. So as part of the collection, we always have other pieces, which makes it fun and easy to make really beautiful pages. So these are the It's Fall Y'all sticker pack. You always get 3 sheets in our sticker packs. And so we have, let me just check and make sure you can see all those. Yep. We have one strip that has 12-inch borders, which is nice. So we have an olive green one, a navy one, and then this acorn one is just adorable, having the little acorns all lined up. So that's very fun. Then you have one sheet that has a lot of stickers that you could use as titles on your pages. Autumn leaves and pumpkin please. It's the season to be folly. Pick up the patch, piles of smiles. So these are great, easy titles to put on your pages with a few other embellishments tucked behind. And then you have sort of your seasonal stickers that include, of course, the truck. The truck is coming into fall as much as it was coming or a part of Christmas in the past few years. And we have a wheelbarrow filled with gourds. You have leaves that you could sprinkle. We have, pumpkins and dried corn. Here's Mr. Crow or Ms. Crow. So these all will add some beautiful embellishments to your pages. Those are the designer stickers. We also have a It's Fall Y'all variety matte pack, and as most of you know, the variety matte pack includes 12 4.5 by 6.5 cards. So these can actually be used as mats on your regular 4x6 photos, and we also have 12 4x6 double-sided cards. Whoops, that's the thing I can throw away. So you can use these for journaling boxes. I'll go through these really quickly. The back sides oftentimes will have the same design, but going a different way. Oh, there's another one of those. You go like that. Reminds me of library cards, the old library cards that you would sign out, or they'd be stamped. I think maybe they still use them. Whoops. So this seems to be a popular motif this time around. These you could cut in half or just use the flip side as your journaling box. Because they're the same size as your photos, a lot of sketches will show, places to put 4x6 photos, and you might not have enough to cover all of the photo slots in a sketch. So to have these to sort of substitute as a photo can really be kind of fun. I've also done layouts where I've just used photos and a couple of these 4x6 cards, and it's amazing what a fast page it can make, and still keep the focus on the photos. So those are the double-sided 4x6s, and then we'll take a look at the 4.5 by 6.5. Again, these can be used as mats because the photos will placed on top of them will give you a border, but you can also use them as journaling boxes where appropriate. So purples, that's interesting. It's like purple on one side and green on the other. No, they do that with all of it. That's green on one side and navy on the other. Okay, the last two. So that was our variety matte pack for the It's Fall Y'all collection. Then we also have really nice embellishments. We have some enameled embellishments. These are acorns and leaves, which are quite pretty and give a little shine and dimension to your pages. And then lots and lots of embellishments. I'll try to put most of these out. A wool hat. Oh, LL Bean boots. Probably not supposed to say LL Bean. I'm finding I'm enjoying the embellishments more and more as I get more comfortable grouping them. You all know that I'm a big Noreen Smith fan, so I always watch how she does her embellishments and love her little helps and hints. One of the hints that has been pretty important to me is to always look at the colors you've used on the page and also the theme of your page. So if you're doing a page on fall leaves, the embellishments that you want to grab are going to be, you know, leaf embellishments in the colors that, oops, that's upside down. Leaf embellishments in the colors that you used on your page. So we have lots of fun. We have titles, we have lots of gourds. Let me just check to make sure you can see all this. Yep, you still can see it. Fall Y'all sweater and another leaf. So I think that this gives a really nice group of embellishments. You can always use some of our foam squares to pop some of the embellishments up from the ones that you're putting flat on the page to give some dimension. I usually try to follow the rule of 3, so I'm trying to do a grouping of 3 different elements or a title and 3 different elements, or somehow an odd number. But I think that these will go really well with whatever photos you take for the fall, and certainly with the other components of our collection. And then lastly, we have the It's Fall Y'all laser cut borders. And these are always quite beautiful because of the detail that CM puts into them. We have, and they're double-sided, so the apples, you know, there's a green side, and then there's a sort of a deep burgundy side. This reminds me, again, very much of one of our border makers, border maker punches, if not border maker cartridges. Here's one that's a little more thin. They all reflect the colors of the collection. Wow, just lining them up like this is pretty. I can see where you'd put maybe embellishment on that side or have it going this side and putting some kind of embellishment in the center. Oh, that's pretty too. Here's 2 thinner ones, sort of a vine shape, some leaves. And then lastly, this is really very detailed. It's like a basket weave. So if you like doing double page layouts and you want coordinating borders, I would truly suggest getting 2 sets of these because you're getting 1 of each kind in each pack. So if you wanted to do a double page border and you wanted to have this on both sides, you'd really need to get 2 of them. So I think they're really beautiful. They add so much to your pages, very little work on your part because they're already coordinated and have all the designs that reflect the collection. I think the last thing I'm showing you in this video is the 3rd permutation of the must-have laser titles. And CM decided to release these laser titles once a quarter. I think it's once a quarter. And these are just easy ways to put titles on your pages. So here we have Happy Days, Together, Life is Beautiful, Priceless, Family, Friends, The Best, and Life Circle, Photo Op, Enjoy Life, Party, Never Better, Today, Memories, Smile, Instant Magic, Love, Home, Hello, and Surprise. So I think the goal for CM is to give you really easy ways to put a title on your page if you don't really feel like fussing around with the ABC 1, 2, 3 stickers. And these, again, sort of coordinate with the collection a little bit, or at least the season, because there's a lot of things in here that would be very much used during the holidays for those photos that you're putting in your book. So those are the must-have laser titles. And one of the things that I found about these is some of them, like if you look at Priceless is already starting to get kind of bent up. So I have stopped storing them together in the Ziploc bag they come in, because some of them are just so delicate, you don't want to be pulling stuff in and out. So I'm going to really quickly show you how I've decided to store those. So here we have the new 3-ring binder that CM has released, and what I have chosen to do is use the 12-inch pockets pages that you can get for this binder, and I've been storing, I think these are the 2 pages. This is the must-have lasers. This was a previous, the Natural Dispositions laser cut embellishments. Here's must-cut have laser. Yes, and there's the other one. The must-have laser. This was the first one that was released. I've used some already. This was the second one that was released, and then I'll be putting the third one. I just cut the product tag and put it in the corner, and then I will organize all of the ones from this lasted release. They fit really nicely into the pockets, and because of there's a little texture to these pockets, it holds them in place. So they might shift a little bit, but for the most part, they stay right there, and it makes it really easy for you if you're thinking, oh, I want a quick title, I don't want to mess around with anything. I can just go into this binder and I can find these. So I'll finish putting these in later, but I just wanted to show you what I'm using to keep everything from getting bent up and to make it really easy for me to see what I have. So that's that. And then lastly, I wanted to actually put away my collection. Let me just grab, there we go. Most of you know that I organize by using the Power Project folders. And the reason why I do this is because they have so many pockets to organize everything so well, and I can pull out the entire collection in one piece. So the way I organize is I will put like my laser cut borders, get them all together here. And these actually, I should probably, I could think about putting in the binder because of those nice 12-inch pockets, but I do like to keep the collections together. So I will put them, for now, I'm having a little bit of a hard, there we go. Oops. I should probably not try to do them all at once, but it's okay if they bend over a little bit. You know, looking at this, I don't think this side pocket or this front pocket is the way to do it. I think I'm going to use one of the back pockets. Doesn't that make more sense? Look at how much more easy that goes in and out. So I'll use the back pockets for the laser borders, because there's 2 12-inch back pockets that will make it easy for me to take a look and certainly makes it easier to take things in and out. And then I can use the front pocket for my stickers, because these will fit in very easily and we don't have to worry about them bending and getting kind of ripped up. One of the bottom front pockets I will use for my variety matte packs, and oops, I think all my pens. That's sort of unfortunate. For now, I will take all of my embellishments and I will put them in here. Now the embellishments I think I'm going to put back into the Ziploc, because these are a little more hardy than the borders are. So we'll just put those in. When I get to the point where I don't have quite as many, I oftentimes will just leave them out of the Ziploc and I'll just put them directly into the folder's pocket. But for now, it's going to be much easier since there's so many of them for me to just pull out the Ziploc and take a look at them all at once. And again, you could line these all up using the special pages for our organizer. So I can put those right in there. Oh, a couple escaped. There they go. All right, and then I can take my papers. So this is what I do. Let's get all of them here. I take product paper and I put it in front so I know that these are the tone on tone. Oops, I still missed a few. Put these in here. Come on. This pocket in the center can hold, I think, probably up to 3 packets of paper. It has a little accordion gusset on the side, so it can really hold a lot of paper, and definitely can hold the 2 paper packs that go with this particular collection. So I put those in the center, and then when I start to cut them down, I will continue to put the 12-inch strips that are left over, in here, depending on the kind of layouts I do. I don't always have a lot of scraps. But you also could, use this back pocket for scraps. You could spread these out. You could get a second set of these and utilize that other pocket. And then I will cut It's Fall Y'all, and I'll stick it on one of the labels or stick it inside there so that it's really easy for me to pull from the shelf that I have all my papers and collections organized. So that is it for the It's Fall Y'all collection and a few other assorted items that I got in my order. I am going to do a separate video on the card and the tag set. Those are for Christmas, and I also wanted to spend a little bit more time and didn't want to make this video go too long. But I hope you've enjoyed this. Today is September 9th, and the free shipping on orders of $80 or more is going to continue through today until tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So if you like what you've seen and you are really interested in putting in an order, it's a great time to do it with the free shipping offer. And you can easily get to my website by going into the information on the channel here below, and you can click and it'll take you right to my website, and you can order the products that you want. So thanks so much for stopping by today. Thanks for being patient and watching me fumble around with some of the elements of our newest collection. I hope you have a great weekend, and I hope you have a great fall. Take good care.